Washington football addicts, baby. Let's go. Washington football addicts. We've been repping for years. Always keeping it real. It's Rod, Steve, Devin, Phil. We talking about latest deals and what goes on the field and happenings with the team. So listen if you a fiend.
Hey, yo. We got a dub on our hands. Let's go. Let us go. Hey, I'm not going to lie. I didn't like that win. I like any win.
Football team ain't nothing to fuck with. Football team ain't nothing to fuck with. Washington. Hey, man.
Diversify your bonds. Let's go.
Are you watching the Wu-Tang Saga on Hulu?
No, not yet. Is it good?
Great.
I will.
Oh, it's awesome. It's really great. Yeah.
Well, my voice is a little hoarse.
Mine too,
screaming at my computer. But, yeah. No doubt. Hey, we're just gonna open it up. We're just gonna open it like this. Pow, 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 pow. Hopkins needs to be cut.
Yes. Man, we got to cut that dude, man.
Hey,
I'm glad it didn't come down to him winning it. Yeah, I'm glad it didn't down to him winning the game.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm so thankful they didn't leave the chance of the game in his foot or hands.
No, I'm not mad because we would have lost or won. I was mad that we would have won, because that would have just negated him missing those.
Oh yeah. If he had hit the game winner,
we had another
absolutely.
Week. I'm like, man, we needed him to miss the game winner, man, and just get mad.
Yeah, had he made the game winner, it would have been like, oh, Hopkins saves the day. Like, no, It's his fault we were in this position in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Well, let's go over to the. I'm just gonna leave Rodney's comments up there because you've seen the movie Major League, right? With Martin Charlie Sheen and dude. So in the beginning, when he inside of the movie, when he opens up his locker in training camp, there's these little red stickers. If you have a red sticker in your locker, it means you're cut. They need to put one of them red stickers in Hopkins' locker because we brought in a dude to put him on the practice squad. So you know what? No more.
They need to just have his waiting at the bus stop when he gets there. When he gets out the bus, just hand him his stuff.
Like, listen, let's just get out the way. I know, we'd rather get on the plane. Have as many little cocktail drinks on the plane as you want, but when you come back, you need to pack your shit up and you need to go. You ain't coming back.
Man, he need to fly him on Spirit, bro. They need to put him on a Spirit plane.
On Spirit, yes. All those people with maskless man. Smokers, put them all on Spirit, man. Put them on in $30 seats.
Put them on Spirit, man. That's what the Instagram models. That's what kind of flex you get. That's what you give the Instagram models, right? Sit them on the Spirit with the Instagram models, man. It'd be with them.
Let's just go over the stats. So for Washington, it's okay, 34-30. Nobody predicted the score. From our prediction. So
who got close?
It's a push. Phil was the closest with a. I'll tell you right now. Phil predicted 36-31. So that's the closest that I have logged in my book. We had a couple people kind of close. We had no one else was close. We had a lot of people kind of close, but for Atlanta. So Phil had 36-31 for Washington. But yeah, man, it was good. That was fun. And so yeah, Taylor Heineke, 23 for 33, 69%, so 70%, 293 touchdowns, no interceptions, and a sack. I
told you I was going to have 303 touchdowns.
Yeah, but he still makes these throws where he just throws them. You saw two of them, and the receivers bailed him out. It's like I'm not.
Everybody has it.
I know, but the one play in the end zone where Terry caught that, man, that's you. I'm not gonna say that's skill because he just literally threw it up. I'm just lucky he didn't get picked off. But you know what? I like Taylor. I love the energy he's bringing, and that McKissick play was great because he stared the receivers down to the left. He scrambled left, bought some time, bam, punched it over to the right. McKissick did the rest. So more power to him. Antonio Gibson, 14 for 63, averaging 4.5, one touchdown. Heineke had 43 yards rushing on 5 attempts. McKissick had 15 yards on 7 attempts. So he had half the amount of rushes that Gibson had, which weren't really required. And then when I made that joke about, McKissick taking away opportunities from Gibson, it really was about the goal line stuff. But McLaurin, what a hell of a game. 6 receptions, 123 and 2 touchdowns. McKissick, 5 and 44 and 1 touchdown. But that 44, 30 yards was that one play that he balled out. And then the rest of the guys had 1, 2, 1. Samuel on the radar with 4 catches, 19 yards, but he had 2 huge third down conversions. So on the Atlanta side, Matt Ryan just ate us alive. This horrible excuse for defense right now. 25 for 42, 60%, 283, and 4 touchdowns. Cordarrelle Patterson, the human cheat code, destroyed us. He had 34 yards on the ground and 82 yards in the air, or catching with 3 touchdowns. 3 touchdowns. Good thing is they only sacked Taylor once, and then let me see how many times we sacked Matt Ryan.
And I don't think that was a sack, right? Was it another one where he slid? You know, that's one thing he's got to work on, man. Is his field awareness, what a marker is. Because there's a couple of times on those where he could have just ran for the first down and slide.
He slid like 2 yards short. Yeah.
I know that one time he dove. In my opinion, I thought when you dove, it's where you land after they touch you. You know what I'm saying? So he dove past the first one time, and they count where he touched him at. I'm like, no, man. He was in the air when they touched him. It's where he lands. Some things are kind of weird. But that passing, that roughing the passer call on Chase Young was some bullshit, man. That was some old
Now I wish
shit.
Chase would have just either laid him out or pushed him at his chest, not push him at his neck.
Why didn't you just tackle him?
That's what I'm saying. Just tackle him. Just tackle him.
That honestly probably would have been game right there.
Yeah, it would have.
Yeah, and he would have got his first sack, and everybody would have been talking about how he's a hero instead of like, where's this guy at?
Right.
You know, and the one time when he pushed the guy down, another time I thought that was going to be called. Because he got through at one time when he stunned him up the middle.
He pushed Ryan down hard.
Yeah, I was like, man, they didn't call that shit on third down. It's just typical of him, man, doing that.
Speaking of third downs, the Falcons were 10 for 16 and we were 4 for 9. Total yards, we had 412. They had 374. Time of possession was dead even. They had 30-43. We had 29-17. Penalties, 7 for 36. They did most of their damage
in the first half, though.
Yeah, they did. So I will say the defense got better, but at the end of the day, we won, but I still think we have all these flaws. I still don't think we're a good team. We are not, yeah, there you go, Fred. I agree. It was a great win. Don't get me wrong. We had to win that game. We had to win that game. Thanks, Anitra, for joining. Clifton thinks the legend is
man. I'm telling you, I was telling I don't want to mess his name up, so I'm gonna tell you on Twitter just now. I was talking to after I get to talking shit to Jimbo here.
Aaron, we're terrible, man. Hey, but we still won. This is just like last year, though. Winning those games we shouldn't have won, and this is very reminiscent of the Giants game. So that's 2 close games that we won. And speaking of the Giants, let me see if they beat the Saints. They took it to overtime earlier. The Giants beat the Saints. So who we have next on the calendar. So that should be very interesting for next week, given that they're going to be a little more desperate than we are. Payne's play at the end where he laid on top of him, a little veteran move of laying down. That kind of reminded me of the Alex Smith play that he did last year where he took the ball off the field. Remember that?
Yes.
That was just a smart move. That bought us an extra 3-4 seconds, the Deron Payne play. So
yeah.
But Aaron, you're right, man. We do need a kicker. We need a new kicker. I don't care who it is. Let Tressway kick. We don't need.
Marshall,
I know they signed to do it on a practice squad, so it's not really required. But from around the league, let's see. Dallas beat Carolina 36-28, and the Giants beat New Orleans 27-21. Philly lost to Kansas City 42-30. So
I'm looking at it right now too.
Yeah, 50%
Jets got to win.
Yeah.
I was talking to Marshall on Twitter, MW Harem 7, and he was talking about how. He said, man, great win by Heineke, and talking about how funny he is to watch, but he is in the future. And I'm like, I understand the comment completely. That's what a lot of people say, but I'm like, why isn't he? Like, what is he not done? What has he not done that you want to see from a guy who's got 4 starts?
That's a great question. It's just I don't know. I keep thinking he keeps getting bailed out by these plays. And I go every quarterback does, but just not like this.
Yeah. I don't know. Matt Ryan got bailed out twice.
Yeah.
Some of those pass interferences on McTire, that was fake, man. That pass interference on what's his name? William Jackson, the third, that was fake, man. On the sideline, that wasn't a pass. Yeah, that wasn't a pass interference.
Jackson played like ass, man. Jackson played like ass today. Terrible.
He did, but that wasn't a pass
Terrible.
interference. What's the name played like ass, let a running back catch a back shoulder
Terrible.
fade on him in the end zone. Fuller. I don't know what's going on with that
Fuller
guy.
played terrible too. So did Bostic. Bostic did his
but get this,
Bostic play.
Boston got hurt. That's when the defense made plays in the passing defense. I'm trying to tell you. I don't think they completed another pass after his ass didn't come back in.
Yeah, what did he do today? I even tweeted about it. He did something so deliberate.
Or something.
What did Bostic do? It was like, all right, that's so Bostic. What did he do? He did.
He missed the guy in the flat for the touchdown.
Yes,
right?
he missed the guy in the flat that would have saved a touchdown. Yeah. He Bostic.
Yeah.
Yes, Justin, I think you're right. We might make Winston look like a Hall of Fame quarterback. We'll see. Let's see what Fred says. We can't keep defending being lucky and beating terrible teams. Yeah, game plan way better, execute better. I saw a stunt today in the first quarter. I don't know if y'all saw it. They lined Chase and Montez up on the same side, and then Chase was on the inside, Montez was on the outside, and Chase stunted to the inside of Ioannidis after Ioannidis got some push, and Chase got through and was able to knock down the quarterback. Where has that been? First time I've seen it all year.
Yeah, it's the first time I've seen it too. But like I said, there still might have been a, roughing the quarterback or whatever, roughing the passer.
Yeah, that was the play where we thought was going to be roughing the quarterback. Where he got to Matt Ryan. Yeah, we want Willis, the jersey.
Rattler also.
Malik Willis from Liberty. The jersey swaps are already coming out. Rattler's from Oklahoma, I think. Oklahoma State, Oklahoma. I don't know, but yeah, everyone's talking about Malik Willis. He's going to be up there. And they did have quite a few passes. Man. I really thought Kyle Pitts. They should have just kept going to Kyle Pitts. He could have just kept destroying us like the first quarter. They stopped going to him, and I don't know why. William Purvis, thanks for joining us, bro. Yeah, Matt Ryan got held on the last play. Should have been flagged. Yeah, what Payne did was borderline delay a game. I don't know. It could have been called. I'm watching on my phone. It could have been called, but it didn't, thankfully, and here we are. So, Aaron Sheriff, Frederick Brown. Yeah, he's missing extra points. It's not going to help.
I know Fred said lay off the kicker. Everybody's missing kicks, man. Fuck everybody else. Cut that dude, man. Look, man. He's lost. Yeah. He's had too many kicks where we've lost games because of it, especially last year.
Yeah.
We could have been a 10-win team if he just makes the easy kicks. I mean, I guess none of them are easy, but fucking make them. Everybody else makes them.
And if he would have made those extra points, the game probably would have been over. Like we would have probably played it differently. A lot more clock would have been off, and we wouldn't have been forced to go for two twice. And yeah, fucking Dustin Hopkins, man. You can do, but I know he's got a boot. But at this point, just give us someone who's going to make extra points and give us someone who's going to make things within the 40. You know what? I'll be happy with that. And the secondary just looks like ass. Anitra, you're right. Corners and safeties playing terrible. And why is William Jackson playing 10 yards off the ball on like 3rd and 1 every time? Fuller 2. I saw one play where they pressed, but for the rest of the time they were playing 10 yards off. I'm like, what?
My real question is why aren't they turning around?
Well, yeah, among other things. So yeah, I'm surprised. I'm shocked. Kyle Pitts and was it Hunter Hurst, the other tight end, just didn't have a field day, But hey, at the end of the day, I hate saying that cliche phrase because I say it a lot. We won. Okay. Like Vin Diesel said, it don't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, winning is winning. And he goes, does that stupid thing. Right. So it is a win. We're 2-2. What does the rest of the NFC East look like real quick before we move on here? So the NFC East, Dallas is 3-1. We're 2-2. Philly and the Giants are both 1-3. So we're up there.
Yeah, the Giants won today, right?
They beat New Orleans. And that's who we're facing next week.
New Orleans defense is really bad.
They're really bad, but Winston can hurt us. And right now, our defense seems to be the weak link on the field. So I don't know. Either way, hey, wait a minute. Aaron's fantasy team is kicking ass. I ain't even checked right now. Yep, Fred's still holding up for Hopkins. I get it.
Who is out there? I'm a
Fred. You have a point, Fred. I'm not going to lie. All the good kickers, if they were good, they'd be on a team. I get it. That's kind of how it works. Those positions are rotate like revolving doors. And I mean, look at Graham Gano. We ran him out of town. He is, at least as of 2 weeks ago, he was on a 39 field goal winning streak, and we used to hate him. Phil used to say what? We used to call him Graham Gano.
always like Graham Gano, by the way, Florida State.
Now he 39 consecutive, and it's probably still higher now. Who knows? But folks, let's talk about the good stuff from today. We've been focusing on a lot of the negative. Yes, Nick Rose at Rod. Give me Nick Rose any day. I want Nick Rose, man. Frat boy kicker all day long. University of Texas. So let's talk about good things. Dev, give me a couple good things that you saw today.
Heineke, number one. He balled up, man. I told you he's gonna have 3 touchdowns, 300 yards. That's what he does, man. I mean, you can like it or not, but Heineke seems to be not a great player. Seems to be a good player. He seems like he can have moments where he'll flash some great moments for you. It looks like he's clutch. It looks like he at least has the clutch gene. It looks like so far in his early career. I don't see why everybody's harping on the quarterback. I didn't see it when we lost last game again. Like he had a bad game.
It was just a couple bad plays.
And McKissick. He looked good. Gibson. McLaurin. There's a lot of things. McLaurin.
McLaurin balled out, man.
I thought he fumbled, but
I thought it was a fumble too. I swear he made a football move.
Right. I thought
he caught, turn, drop. I thought, you know what? That's game. I was outside blowing up the pool for my kids. I'm like, that's game. And then sure enough, it was
Stephen Gostkowski's out there, by the way.
What's up?
Isn't Stephen Gostkowski and Dan Bailey out there?
I want to say, is Nick Folk too out there?
Now he's signed.
The Patriots cut their kicker. Patriots cut their kicker.
I think that's Nick with.
Folk. Oh, he did.
Say he signed. He doesn't say with who. Yeah, it's New England. But.
Yeah. So Justin, diving touchdowns. It's kind of like our thing. Why don't we just become the Washington Airborne, or the Washington, divers, pylon divers? You know what? Because that's like the 4th touchdown this year, and then Taylor's legend of Taylor Heineke thing. It's just it's kind of become a forte of ours. The only thing I looked good today was the offensive line blocked their ass off. They did, and they blocked it in a way, Fred, I'm glad you brought that up, to where it suited Taylor's strengths, because he's really good on his feet. That's one thing he's good at. He's able to step up, and he's able to either punch left, punch right, or punch down the middle, because they created those surrounding pockets. And you're right, he extended plays, which is phenomenal. It's what we need. And when he extends plays, shit, look what happens. You don't have to be a Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers. You can extend plays, guys get open, because corners can only cover for so long, and the O-line is playing well. Aaron Sherry, JD needs to be on the field more. Yes. So I was on this tip that JD is stealing snaps from Antonio Gibson, which I think is true. And it really got me pissed off down on the goal line, where you remember JD ran two snaps. It was 1st and goal, 2nd and goal, and it just didn't work out. But then he goes ahead and totally redeems himself on that one play. But that's a play where you're passing, you're going to pass. So it's okay. JD McKissick should be in the game. That's all right. But it didn't age well. I went back and caveated that tweet. But I love AG. I just want to see him get more opportunities. We did cut Eddie for no reasons. We did bring him in a practice squad. I didn't know we cut them though, but let's see what Rod says. Hopkins misses kicks, gets passes. Heineke misses throws, has a whole Twitter thread that second is misses. Yeah, that's clearly Rod and Fred going back and forth at. I can tell. I can tell that. but like Nikki's to drink tonight, baby. Yeah. You know what? If he keeps winning, even you can say it's ugly. It's not. There's no way you can take him out. You just can't. I'm talking about just for team chemistry alone. Even if we lose and he's still balling out and the team loves what he's doing, you can't. You'll lose the team if you put Kyle Allen just for principle's sake. You know what I'm saying?
O-line did look good too. You're right. Yeah.
O-line looked great. I'm saying they made those. They made the pockets around him so he could step up. They did such a good job. I was very shocked. Didn't we all think the O-line would be one of our weak points this year? I thought we all did. Yeah. And Sadiq Charles hasn't been active all season. So
Ricky Seals is okay too, man. He's an okay tight end.
He's okay. He got thrown the ball twice, I think. He should have caught one of those balls. They hit his hands, and he just couldn't bring. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but he blocked well. That's what I'm saying. They seem to still run the same stuff with him. It wasn't.
Speaking of tight ends, on that By the way, DeAndre Carter. Let's talk about DeAndre Carter for a second. 101-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. We needed that. Did you see, if you can ever see it, go back to replay, John Bates just drove the last blocker into the fucking ground. Excuse my cursing.
Yeah.
He drove him into the. It was such a good block. I was so happy that that was probably the favorite part of that play for me, is him doing that, because he had, I think Phil was all about John Bates being a great blocker, but I hadn't seen it since, and he just manhandled the dude like a freaking man. It was great. T-Hill calls JD Super McKissick. Yes. That's what we were talking about, T-Hill. Like, our name should be like the Divers or Airborne or something like that. Okay, so that's the good. I'll say for good, for me, DeAndre Carter was great. Terry McLaurin, great.
I feel like he's going to get one this year. It seems like he's always.
Do you remember the last one? Do you remember? I can't even tell you the last one. I can't.
Was it Sims?
I can't. A kickoff return?
Yeah, was it Sims?
I don't think so. I would go back to
Now's Paul.
I don't think Brandon Banks had one, because he always had them.
That's what I meant to say. Not Sims.
He always got called back. We always had a penalty when he would return one.
Sims Jr. I think got one, right?
I don't remember. I don't know. It was Sims. Okay, Justin Sawyer said it was Sims. Excuse me. I wasn't sure, but it feels like it's been forever, and it's just be nice to have that sort of threat, and we don't have to worry about anyone dropping the ball, because he's pretty sure-handed so far. Knock on wood. All right, so we did the good. Give me the bad, and give me the ugly.
Obviously, Hopkins is the bad.
Yep.
Defense is the ugly. Chase Young still is so aggressive with a speed rush that he doesn't get back into his run stops. I've seen him. They run toward his side because they know he'll outrun it. They know he'll either blow the play up like he should, or he'll completely overrun any run to his side because they're over pursued. That's a young defensive end mistake, I guess. But we just expect more out of that guy. Todd Fred said we shouldn't have cut Sims Jr. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
what would he be doing right now?
He got picked up by somebody, right? Buffalo.
Yeah, have y'all seen one highlight of Sims Jr. since he's been off the team?
No.
Exactly. And another thing I want to add, I'm glad we won because we cut Moreo, and he pretty much cost him a lot too on defense. He got some penalties that kept drives alive for us.
Yep. And so we did the good. My bad and ugly. I'd say bad for me right now is I'll say Hopkins missed extra points. You just can't miss extra points. You just can't do it. It's a simple thing of the game. It's not that further back. And the ugly for me is the play of the defensive backs. They just continue to play terrible. I mean, terrible. I don't know what else to say. It's just been bad. And a couple other people chimed in too. Yeah, what happened to Kendall Fuller? Kendall Fuller had a terrible game. He was holding. He got away with a couple of holding calls. He got away with that holding call in the end zone on Pitts. That should have been a holding call. He has hand all around his waist.
There's a couple of times I think they held McKissick. I mean, not McKissick, with Lauren also. Like,
yeah, they did. They did. You're right. Hey, Justin Farmer, Chris Madsen, thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate it.
That one that Ricky Seals dropped, that was a pass interference also, by the way.
Yeah, so Rod, bad. The whack roughing the passer call.
So that was the ugly, the reps on both sides, really.
And then think about how many times they had to come together to talk about it. Like that last call, it was like, okay, you're literally 3 inches away from the pylon. How do you not know? You have to look down the field to look at someone. What is that referee 20 yards away going to tell you? You waited for another ref to show up. Just make the call. It was
like that one that caught on McTire, the same thing. We got a lot of mix on our team. McLaurin, McTire, McKissick.
Yeah. Oh, Rod, St. Juice was out for a he didn't play today. Concussion. Well, T-Ho said during a pregame it was concussion. So from last week.
T.O. does pregame?
He was with us pregame, remember?
Oh, he said T-Hone. I think he said T.O.
Yeah, T-Ho. I call
T-Ho. Devil cigarettes.
T-Ho. Yeah. Kendall Fuller, man. We need Kendall Fuller, William Jackson to step up. Like the D-line complements the DBs, and right now they're both out of sync. So it's just double bad. Last year they were both good. The D-line was on point and it made the DBs look great. And now that the DBs are out of sync and the D-line, for all we know, the D-line could be doing the same as last year. You want to use those metrics, but I don't know. We just oh, look at Rod giving you a hard time, Dev. Dev just finding out it's 2020. I didn't think you heard me. That's what it was. But just because we have it, I gotta play it. I couldn't go without playing that, Dev. We love you. Let's see what everyone else is saying before we close out here. Tanner Heilicke ball today. Yep.
I told y'all,
That's
man.
Right. Dev's all on it. Yeah, you did. You did. Big credit to you.
3 touchdowns, 300 yards.
Yeah. I mean, and no turnovers, which is great. And I liked it as opposed to last week. He was running the ball so much better out of the pocket. Last week, you remember he was just sitting there and sitting there and sitting there. It's like, what are you doing? Just go. You're not Tom Brady. If you don't see on your 1, 2, 3 read, just go. And that's what he did today. It was great. How many yards did I say he had rushing? Like 40 yards.
Yeah.
But they all came in.
He's doing that about every game.
That they all came in, except for last week. But they all came at like the perfect opportunities. Like that shit makes a big difference. Yeah, he had 43 yards rushing.
Like I'm telling y'all, man, look at his first 3 to 4 games with us. If you want to count the playoff game, he's getting about 300 and about 40 yards rushing. Every game, 2 touchdowns, an interception or so on average. Like, I mean, he's not a bad quarterback, man. Like I know everybody's saying we need this guy and that guy, but there's way worse quarterbacks playing that get less flack for the things they do than he does.
Well, I think that's probably the same argument people are trying to make for Hopkins too. Chris Blow, welcome. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Jack Del Rio, we saw one stunt today up front with Chase and Montez on the right side or left side if you're looking at the line, and Chase stunted inside of Matt Ioannidis, which was great. We need more of that. Get creative. But for the most part, someone correct me if I'm wrong, we really didn't press Matt Ryan at all. And thank you, Rod, for correcting me. This should say post-game show. The typo of the day. I owe some push-ups for that. Yeah, here we go. Post-game show. I don't
know if it's a coordinator issue. I think it's an execution issue. I mean, you can clearly, anytime we can look at the screen and tell that McLean, another Mick, I guess, should have been back deep to cover a guy running straight up the middle of the field on the post. Yeah. We can see that. I'm sure Rio didn't screen up or drop a play to where he just leaves the middle of the field open.
Yeah.
Or those times we've seen Bostic supposed to carry a guy to the seam and he stops.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, this is for you. What's his Madden rating?
64.
64. Now, I wonder if it's going to keep going up higher and higher. It should.
I mean, it went up he was a 61.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not saying the dude's, Aaron Rodgers. I'm just saying, man.
I think he's worth at least a 74.
Man, he's worth at least leaving him the fuck alone. Like, I mean, he's not the reason we have lost any games. Yeah. Honestly, that's not one game you can point at and say that guy's the reason we lost. You can say that about Hopkins.
Yeah. AB, Antonio Brown, thanks for joining us, bro. Yes, Bostic, get out of here. He pulled a Bostic move today. He had an open tackle on the flat, missed. Once again, another John Bostic move. So I don't know why he's going to keep getting playing time. Like you said, Dev, let's put Khaliki Hudson out there. I don't know why John Bostic, he must have naked pictures of Ron Rivera, Jack Del Rio, because he keeps playing. Yeah, he keeps playing bad, but they keep trotting him out there. They just keep trotting him out there. Yes, we do need to blitz more.
He must have the lost pages in the Wilkerson report.
Yeah, that's right. John Bostic has the written Wilkinson report that nobody else has. Falcons worst defense in the NFL. Actually, our defense was worse than the Falcons in the NFL coming into this. We were 31st in the NFL. We were second to worst defense.
Lions, right? Lions were the worst.
I have to go back and look. We were 31 out of 32 for yardage.
I had somebody on here tell me that Goff. I think it was Hog Farmers. He said that Goff would be the best quarterback we had in decades. Like what? I mean,
yeah. Hey, Chris, you made some good points. He was at the line. There was a couple plays where they got to the line quickly, and Matt Ryan did some college shit. He changed the play 3 or 4 times, and it always had us on our ass, like we didn't know what was going on. One day we'll have a quarterback like that. Yeah, Rod said, kind of like come to grown Taylor, like the grown Taylor Hardy. Here you go.
Man, he said until we lose, and Ron's gonna cuss him out, man.
Yeah, I mean, Ron, he spoke well of Taylor Heinicke. He's like, yeah, that's what he does. He extends plays, and he just finds a way. That's what he does.
I didn't get to hear the press conference today.
Garoppolo's a 75 in Madden. All right. See, that's what I'm saying. Heineke should at a minimum be 70. I said 74, but
that's because Garoppolo probably started out when he got put on Madden in the 80s.
Yeah. That's the problem is you start so low, it takes forever to build you back up.
This guy was a 50-something like before the preseason, before the preseason, they moved him up to 60, and then he was 61 and 64. So I'm hoping he'll at least get it like 68, 70. But he's still like an 85 speed, man. I'll rush like 75, 80 yards on him on people with him every game. Triple option, can't stop him. You don't see it coming.
I know. All right. Well, I think that. Listen, let's just enjoy this win. We can be angry about it later. We're 2-2. We're second in the division. Let's enjoy this win. Come check us out Wednesday. We'll have a special guest lined up for you. We're not going to leak it just yet. Just know that it's going to be amazing. He's been on before, but it's going to be great. It'll be episode 88. Wednesday night, 8:30 live. Check it out. Come join us.
What episode is it again?
Facebook, YouTube. What's up?
What episode is it again?
88. Dale Earnhardt Jr. 88.
Your episode number.
88. And thanks for y'all. Thanks for checking us out. Thanks for joining. If you watch us from YouTube, please go like and subscribe. Hit that notification button. That would truly help us out as we try to grow the channel. Hey, thanks for joining everyone. We'll catch you guys Wednesday night. And we got the New Orleans Saints coming up on Sunday. So we're back. I think we're back at home. We're back at FedEx Field. Is that correct? Dev, do you know? Yes, I don't know. We are back in FedEx Field on Sunday.
Shout out to Jimbo Slice too, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Jimbo
and talk shit all day on Twitter. That guy,
Big Mike. Shout out to everybody. All right, y'all be good, and we fixing to roll up out of here and enjoy the rest of this weekend with the dub. Peace.
Go Steve.